Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. This week I am planning out the week of November 9th through the 15th. I am using this park hop kit from Sticky Essentials that is Walt Disney World themed because was at Walt Disney World, excuse me. I'm nervous to film this voiceover, but I'm showing you my Pixie Planner Co. Pixie Dusters that I'm pulling in that have Mickeys on them, and then just more foil from a Glittery Life Plans, the Sticky Committee, Scribble Prints Co., Sticky Essentials, Pixie Planner Co. Did I say Glittery Life Plans? I think that's where all the foil's from. If you have any specific questions, go ahead and let me know, and as we're going through this, I'll try to let you know as we're filming the base. But I just wanted to throw a disclaimer out there for this video that a couple things. Number one, I know that flying and traveling during a pandemic is not for everybody. I understand that there are great risks involved in it, but due to my mental health, I thought that taking a vacation to Walt Disney World outweighed the risks for me personally, so please try not to judge me. I was really safe, as safe as I could be. Also, if you follow me on Instagram, then you know that I did end up in the hospital this week, and I just wanted to let you know that the night that I originally got sick, we were on the phone with Doctors on Call, which are the doctors on Disney property, and I follow doctors' advice to a T. So if you see that I did go into the parks after getting sick, try not to judge me. I really wanted to make sure with the doctors that I was not putting other people at risk, because the last thing I wanted to do is make matters worse. And I followed doctors' advice the entire time. So that's all I wanted to say on that, including when I got to the hospital, I continued following my doctor's advice. I think that's everything I wanted to say disclaimer-wise. Also, I wanted to mention that I felt safer inside of Disney property than I did at the airport travel-wise. Everybody on Disney property was phenomenal and respectful and great, whereas the airports, it was not so much the same. Also, I spent so much time pre-planning this spread. So the footage I had for this totaled 2 hours and 20 minutes of record footage, and I probably spent another 2 hours pulling stickers for it, and then another 3 hours making the scripts for it and designing them, and I forgot a few, so when you see blank spots, that's why I have to make them next time I make scripts. So this took me a really long time, and I wanted it to turn out perfect. So you can see I'm going to be really methodical, and this is sped up, I think 3 times what it should be, and you can still see I'm moving really slow because I wanted it to be perfect, and I wanted to make sure to put the park icons on the right days, meaning you can see the Tree of Life is the one box that I have laid down on Tuesday, and that's the day that we went to Animal Kingdom, for instance. So I was really trying to be methodical and thinking, I got frustrated because I laid down that pixie duster from Planner Pixie Co., and I was supposed to lay down a full box. Some of the parks we did go to more than one day, so I didn't have 2 park icon boxes, so I just kind of made it work with what we had, considering this trip did not go as planned. So I'm going to talk really quickly about what happened Sunday, because Sunday is actually the day that we left for Disney World as I'm laying down this base. So I'm going to just go through those stickers in my planner. The first thing I marked was that we were going to Walt Disney World. Then I marked that Alex Trebek died. I marked that I took a nap because I just slept on the plane pretty much the entire time. And now I'm realizing I did actually listen to part of an audiobook this day, but I didn't mark it, and I'm actually not too sad about it. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life that you'll see in the day by day. I'm not quite ready to talk about yet. And when I am, I'll let you guys know. So after napping, I marked using a sticker from No White Space Stickers that we took the Magical Express to the hotel, and while on the Magical Express, I had a huge breakdown and a lot of anxiety, borderline panic attack. Not full-blown panic attack, but pretty close because of some stuff that's going on in my life. Then I marked that we stayed at the Grand Floridian. We went to Disney Springs and had dinner at the Edison. We weren't really hungry. It was more like we were just jet lagged and tired and wanted to go to sleep, but we felt like we should eat. The interior was fabulous, and there was a woman inside playing guitar, and I got to hear live music for like the first time in almost a year, and my soul was singing. It was, I mean, I don't even know who she was. She was just some, I think, a local artist playing there. It's not like she was, you know, like, I don't know if she was anyone famous. I don't think she was, but oh my god, just live music and me. Yes, please. So that was good. And then I realized I left out something. So on the bottom, I did something I've never done before. So make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Rosey Plans, same as it is here. So you can see how I did this. But I marked who won the NASCAR championship because I am a big NASCAR fan. So that was kind of the Sunday, the start to our trip. Obviously, having a breakdown on the Magical Express was not how I wanted to start the trip, and I was hoping that from there on it would all be uphill, but there was a lot of weirdness this trip, as you will see. So some questions I've got about Disney is, how are wait times? To me, it's all about how you time it, and none of the wait times were as long as they were advertised. But Hollywood Studios would get up to, like, some of them 90 minutes and so, but they say that they're only at 35% capacity currently. While I am skeptical of that because of the wait times, they do have markers everywhere in lines so people know where to stand so that everybody's social distancing. They have definitely put in a lot of precautions with plexiglass and rerouting some lines just to make them safer and stuff like that to help, you know, obviously with social distancing and to stay open and operational so that it's safe for them to be that way. They had hand sanitizer everywhere, hand washing stations. Nothing I ever came across was out of service or out of order either. So overall, it was really, really awesome. I'd say the only time I saw on Disney property where social distancing wasn't great was when it started torrential downpouring and people were trying to get out of the rain, so they kind of like crammed themselves into corners and crannies and stuff where like you probably shouldn't have been. But other than that, I feel like everything was really good. Disney hospitality was phenomenal. I can't thank the staff enough for the kindness and everything they showed us. It was just great. Also wanted to mention that I updated my description box for my videos, so if you haven't checked out my description box in a while, make sure you do so. I've left a lot of links to tools I use in my videos, including like my tripod, the phone mount I use, the scraper tool that I'm using, the like spatula tool I'm using, all sorts of things, whiteout, you name it. If there's a random like tool tweezers that I use, stuff like that, it's now linked down below. And I updated my affiliate links and got rid of some companies that I no longer support. And just kind of freshened it up, you know? I haven't gone through and really changed that, I feel, in a long time, maybe even over a year. So it was just time to, you know, do a little dusting and freshen it up a bit, you know? Sprinkle some new stuff in there. So I'm really trying to invest a lot more into my channel and YouTube. It's been something that's been really fun and really helping with my depression and anxiety, and I feel like you guys have been able to tell that I've been enjoying it. I feel like I've gotten a lot more interaction recently, so thank you so much. And if I haven't responded to your comment, don't think it's because I don't love you. It's just between traveling, being in the hospital, school, and then something that I'm not ready to talk about yet. I'm really, really sorry again that I'm like teasing this. It's not something happy, so don't think it's anything super exciting or anything, because it's not. I've just been busy, and comments take a lot of time. Editing these videos take a lot of time. That's not an excuse by any means, but right now, not that I don't want it, this sounds like I'm not appreciative, but that's not what I'm saying, but I would rather spend time filming and editing videos to get more videos up than replying to comments. But that sounds really bad, but I don't mean it in a bad way at all, and I hope you guys understand that. I'm not meaning that I don't want to respond to comments. No, I'm flustered. Okay, but so for a while I didn't know what I wanted to put down in the bottom of the sidebar, so I just kind of left it blank. Also, with the editing of this video and the day by day, I did do something different, so you guys are gonna have to let me know how you liked it, because I tried to zoom in so you guys could see the stickers better. Like right now I'm zoomed out really far, and I usually just kind of leave it like this for the day by day. So let me know if that works for you, because it wasn't that hard to do, and if you'd like it better, I can continue to do it this way. If you'd like it better the other way, let me know too, because then it's really easy if you like it better just zoomed out. These are from a sticky committee. They're just Mickey date, or Mickey heads with numbers in them that I'm using as date dots. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say. Oh, I did fiddle with this spread off camera a little bit, because I filmed this over like hours of prepping and doing other little things. So if you see something I did that I didn't do on camera, I'm sorry. I tried my very hardest to do it all correctly. So right here you're going to see me start to count to start the day by day, and then realizing that I didn't put down any type of header overlay or full box overlay. I was just so excited to lay down my plans that yeah, you can see me panicking here. I just am like, oh my goodness, like I didn't lay down, I like skipped a whole part of the puzzle piece, because I obviously had to put foil on everything, because this is such an exciting week. Sorry if you see my hair. This is such an exciting week. I had to, like, you know, sparkle it out. It's like pixie dust, like magic. There's gonna be a week to go all out. I feel like it's definitely Disney week. And then after the fact, there were some character stickers I wish that I would have maybe done differently, or like I thought of other funnier, more clever character stickers I could have used for instances, but I do love how the spread came out, and it's one of my favorites of all time. Okay, so really quickly, 3 out of the 4 glitter headers are from Sticky Essentials. 2 of them are overlay tapes, and 1 of them are just the straight across Mickey heads that she printed, and the other ones are from Scribble Prints Co., and the ones from Scribble Prints Co. are from her Magic Foil line, and they're actually off-cut a little bit. No tea, no shade, but you know, just throwing it out there. When we get to Sunday, look at that top right one on the purple glitter header above the castle. She real bad, but I love her anyways. Still pretty. I'm just saying though, for the price, they should have been perfect, but I didn't. Anyways, so the rest of the full box overlays are either from Pixie Planner Co. Those are the ones with the stroke and the Mickey in the middle. Scribble Prints Co. or Sticky Essentials. The overlay tapes are all from Sticky Essentials, so if you see me pulling them off and using them on boxes. And then the little Mickey photo corners are also from Pixie Planner Co. I pulled those in and put those on a lot of boxes that were just missing foil and corners, or things that I felt like could use a little bit extra. Because like I said, if you're going to go big, you might as well go big on a Disney week. So yeah, I'm just looking at it now, feeling mesmerized. But this, you can see me trying to figure out the boxes. I spent so much time doing this. I might actually put music over this and put a timestamp if I run out of things to talk about, that is. So if all of a sudden it fades into music, it's because I ran out of something to talk about. You don't realize how hard it is to talk through laying down the base without talking about your weekly plans, because that's what you want to talk about, but then you just be repeating yourself. I used so many pop-ups this week. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 different pop-ups this week, like foldables. That's crazy. And did I mention that I used all 19 full boxes that Dalila put in this kit, and all the add-on sheets, like without repeating anybody, like meaning like I didn't use, you can see the blonde haired girl on Wednesday, I had like 4 of them for like each different hair color. I obviously didn't use all 4 of them, but like there was 19 different full boxes, and I managed to squeeze all of them suckers into this spread. So I'm very proud of myself. I also really like what I did here. I used this little girl foiled from a Glittery Life plan. She has her Mickey ears on, and she's eating her Mickey ice cream, and she's just so excited. And I put her in front of the Epcot ball, and I thought that it looked cute. It looked like a little photo opportunity, you know, a little Instagram moment. So I decided to put her there, and then I just cut a corner off of the Scribble Prints Co. full box overlay where she was, and put it over the Epcot ball so that the other 3 corners also have foil that are just like Mickey shaped. I don't know, I felt like going all out. And then I used the Sticky Essentials full box overlay on the Tree of Life, as well as the Tower of Terror. And then the popcorn got a Glittery Life Plans Mickey ice cream overlay, and a Pixie Planner Co. Mickey corner stroke. Then this box that I'm working on now got 2 corners from a Scribble Prints Co. overlay, and then 2 of the Pixie Planner Co. strokes as well. Like I said, a lot of the stuff I just used repeatedly all over the place, and just ended up cutting and tweaking it to my need. I really wanted to like hack this spread to be what I wanted, more than I usually do. Like, to take the extra effort, since it was such a special week, and you know, this is only the 2nd time in my life I've been to Walt Disney World, so I'm sure you all get it. I'm like probably preaching to the choir, for lack of a better expression. So now to zoom in, we're going to get into the day by day. So if I don't say where certain things are from, it's because they're from an advent kit or something that I may or may not have already opened, and I don't want to spoil it for those that don't want to be spoiled, but some of these stickers were just too great, and I like just had to use them. I'm sorry. So forgive me if I don't say where something is from. But the first thing I marked on Monday is that we went to Epcot, and also I am mixing hollow foil and sparkly hollow. I don't know, I just figured they're like the same to me, so why not? So I marked that we went to Epcot, and then I marked that Food and Wine was going on. we didn't get anything that was like special to the Food and Wine celebration, but it was going on and I thought that was really cool, so I wanted to mark that. And then sorry about that, I got a phone call. Then using this paper Shire Elsa, I marked that we went to Frozen Ever After. Also, I did make almost all of my own scripts for this spread. So if I don't say where a script's from, assume I made it myself. The Epcot script and the Food and Wine script are both from Scribble Prints Co. Then I used this Coffee Monsters Co. Donald to mark that we had margaritas at La Cava del Tequila. On the top of this day extender, using a Glam Planner Mulan Girl, I marked that we did Soarin' Around the World. I used her because of the Great Wall of China scene, is one of my favorites. Then I used this sticker off of a Once More with Love Princess and the Frog sheet to mark going on living with the land. Next, I didn't have any Finding Nemo stickers, so I used this Flounder sticker from Once More with Love to mark that we went on the sea with Nemo and friends. Using this Coffee Monsters Co. Dragon, I marked Journey into the Imagination with Figment. You guys, I love Figment, and I'm going to be so sad if he ever fully disappears. He is one of my favorites, and I ended up not liking sleeping alone so much, between like still adjusting to sleeping alone, you know, for my boyfriend moving, and then also not having my dog with me. Yeah, I ended up buying a Figment plushie to be able to sleep, so I'm a child. Go ahead and judge me hardcore. I don't even care. So then under this day extender, using a purple box and this pumpkin paper girl holding one of the Toy Story aliens, I marked that we rode Spaceship Earth. I didn't have anything else to use to mark for some of these things, so I just used like other Disney stickers that I thought semi made sense. Then using this Glam Planner Bippity and Boo of Boo and like Chip from Beauty and the Beast, I marked that Mom and I ate at Chef de France. Beauty and the Beast is French, so I don't know, thought it worked. Then using a flag and this pumpkin paper co-girl, I marked that we rode Test Track. Using this half box and this paper and milk Mickey, I marked that Mom and I went to Mouse Gear. I don't know if we went there last time we were there, but I wrote it down, so I marked it. Then using a piece of washi and this Fox and Pip Girl, I marked that we went to this bar in the hotel called the Enchanted Rose. And I meant to take a picture in front of it, but then with all the craziness that happened, it ended up not happening, and I forgot. But my Instagram name for my Disney Instagram is actually the Enchanted Rosey, like the Enchanted Rose with a Y on the end. So I thought it was funny that the bar was named that. So moving on to Tuesday, I used this Simba Munchkin from Once More with Love and it was the same sheet from Scribble Prints Co. every day to mark the parks. I marked that we went to Animal Kingdom. Then using this Tantor sticker from Glam Planner that came on her Tarzan sheet, I marked that we went on Kilimanjaro safaris, which is like a guided safari tour where you get to see a lot of animals, and it was phenomenal. It was like the first thing we did right off the bat, so all the animals were still out and awake, and we got to see some of the animals you don't normally get to see, and it was just a fantastic experience. And just to do my part, make sure you guys recycle all of your electronics, because they have an ingredient that is being mined and it doesn't go bad, and they can reuse it from even broken electronics. So there you go, doing my part. So next, using this Pumpkin Paper Co., it's actually a Matterhorn girl with Harold. If you don't know, the abominable snowman in the Matterhorn, his name is Harold. I marked Expedition Everest. I figured it was very similar if you guys have ever been on that ride. And then with a Glam Planner little dinosaur teeny, I marked that we rode Dinosaur. Then I finally figured out which extra box I wanted to put under here. Again, I told you I was being picky with the boxes, and I wanted to know like how many I needed and like how many slots for each day needed to be filled so that everything just had to fit. I wanted to fit everything. So using a dragon from a Coffee Monsters Co. How to Train Your Dragon sheet, I marked that Mom and I rode Flight of Passage. So when we went into like the building part of the queue for this ride, we were so hot, we were complaining, and when we came out, it was pouring water. It was hot and sunny, I should say. And when we came out, it was pouring so hard, and we were standing in 3 inches, of water. It was crazy because Hurricane ETA, I probably am pronouncing that wrong, was there, so we did get some weather. But we survived, and it, mainly missed us. Then using this troll munchkin from Once More with Love, I'm using that to mark the other Navi River Journey ride from Avatar in Animal Kingdom, but I forgot to make a script for it, so I gotta do that later. Then using this Splash Mountain Girl from Fox and Pip, I marked that we did the River Rapids ride there. Again, I didn't have a better sticker, so there we go. Then using this Abu sticker from Aladdin, I marked that Mom and I watched the monkeys. There's these like outdoor monkey exhibits, enclosures, technically, monkey houses. I mean, they're not enclosed, they're just surrounded by water. Like, there's not like a fence. Anyways, I'm going too into detail. And last time we were there, they were like our favorite thing, and my dad and my ex were like rushing us to go through them. So this time Mom and I just sat there for an hour, maybe more, just watching this family of monkeys, and it's like our favorite thing, and I just love Animal Kingdom so much. So then using this Pumpkin Paper Co., it's a Small World girl that I cut. I marked that we ate at Tiffin's, the final meal. Then using this flag and a Papershire bell, I marked that I did homework. I figured it worked since she was like holding the book. Using Beast from Once More with Love, I marked that we went to the Enchanted Rose again. Gotta do a nightcap. Then finally, using a Pumpkin Paper Co. girl, I marked that I was sick all night. I went to bed feeling just fine. I sound like I was drinking a lot on this trip. I really wasn't. The most I had in one night was 2, so, not like I was, like, tying one on, and, like, not like there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just trying to put this into perspective for you guys. So anyways, we went to bed, and I woke up around 11:30, and just couldn't keep any food down, and I was up most of the night. So moving on to Wednesday, using this Lolly and Pop Glam Planner girl in uniform, I marked that it was Veterans Day. So just, thank you to all those veterans who have served our country. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and if you are a family member of a veteran, I thank you for, your sacrifice and your struggles with it, as well as your family members. Then using this Paper and Milk Mario holding a little like Minnie Mouse doll, I marked that I slept in. Then I used this Glam Planner Teeny and Bop Tangled on a lantern sticker to mark that we went to Magic Kingdom. The reason I used this is because this day I wore my Tangled ears. I should mention I wore Aloha Ears Design ears all week. You want to see my ear collection, I do have a video on my channel all about it. But Monday I wore Epcot themed ears. They look like the Epcot ball. Tuesday I wore my Beauty and the Beast ears with the tiara. Wednesday it was the Tangled ears with the tiara. So moving on to the top of this box, using a Pumpkin Paper girl character that I cut, What is English? I marked that we rode the Haunted Mansion using a Once More with Love Captain Hook sticker. I marked Pirates of the Caribbean, and using a Dole Whip that I believe is from Pumpkin Paper Co., I marked that we got Dole Whip. And I started really not feeling well again at that point. Like, up to this point in the day, apart from sleeping in and just getting a late start to the day, I had not felt 100%, because like I was obviously sick all night, and like I didn't trust my stomach, but I didn't feel too terrible It was probably a little after the Dole Whip, actually, because we did have popcorn. It was like sometime right after eating both of those things, I started really not feeling well. Then, using a foiled icon, I marked that we watched Chicago Med. And then I marked that I got sick again using a little envy or disgust. What is her name from Inside Out? I can't even think of it. So this was the second night being sick all night. And again, through both the nights and the whole thing, we were following what the doctors on call were telling us to do, like from Disney, like Disney's doctors on call. They are like actual doctors the Disney hires to help guests when unfortunate things like this happen. So, first thing I am marking on Thursday using a Glam Planner Aurora Sleeping Beauty sticker. I marked that I slept in again because, I was up all night once again. And I didn't even throw up at all Wednesday day. Like, I didn't get sick at all until I went to sleep that night. And again, I woke up around 11:30. I don't know what it was about that, like, blasted time. So anyways, then using a Vanellope girl from Once More with Love, I marked that we went to Hollywood Studios, and I used her because I wore my Wreck-It Ralph ears that day, and unfortunately, I did break the right one. Womp womp. But I'm getting it replaced, so all's good. Next, using a Coffee Monsters Co. Why am I spacing on what those are? I knew I was going to get to Stormtrooper, like a character at some point, and draw a blank, and there it was. I marked that we rode Rise of the Resistance. It was amazing, and I felt okay until, like, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but there was this one movement that the ride made at the very end, or towards the very end, that got me. So, rode Rise of the Resistance. Then after walking off Rise of the Resistance and like trying to walk till I was like, I can't do this. Like, I gotta go back to the room. I can't do this. This whole time, this is giving me really bad anxiety. I feel guilty. What a waste of a trip. Like, why can't I feel good? Whatever. I get so dizzy and stuff that my mom has to get a wheelchair. I get wheelchaired out of the park. We end up going to the room, calling an ambulance to the room. And I end up having to go to the hospital, which the wheelchair is... character is from Once More with Love, and then I used Judy Hopps from Zootopia from Stick with the Plan Co. to mark going to the hospital. Again, I followed doctor's orders the entire time, so then using these Glam Planner glasses and some scripts from Candice's Creations, I marked that I called Alex. Then I marked using a Coffee Monsters Co. Grey's Anatomy girl and a Planta Hannah Grey's Anatomy script that Grey's Anatomy premiered that night. It was a 3-hour crossover event, and it came on. I actually put it on right when we got back from the hotel, or from the hospital, excuse me, and I put it on and then had to run to the bathroom because I was going to be sick. But I got to at least hear the beginning of it and see all of it, and I finished watching it today, ironically enough, the day that I'm recording this voiceover, which is the 19th, if you're curious. Moving on to Friday, I marked that I had a Plan With Me binge, then using this Stick With the Plan Co. girl, like goo-goo eyeing over all the food, I marked that I was finally able to keep food down, which was the big thing. I had to keep food down for a certain amount of time before I was allowed to, like, go into public, and I was able to do that. So we were supposed to go home on Saturday, but I was bummed because I didn't get to do some of the major things I wanted to do on this trip, period, at Hollywood Studios, and that's currently the hardest part to get into, but Disney worked their magic to get us in on Saturday. We had to rearrange flights and all that, so I used a Tinkerbell Once More with Love Munchkin to mark that Disney magic is real, because, pixie dust. Then the character from the castle is from Stick With the Plan Co. with a Scribble Prince Co. Magic Kingdom script. Then under the box, using a Stick With the Plan Co. girl with a backpack and an ice cream, I'm going to mark Carousel of Progress. The little bunny eating the pancakes, I'm going to use to mark eating more popcorn, because all the popcorn. Then I used a Toy Story Once More with Love Lotso sticker to mark the Country Bear Jamboree, just because, he's a bear. Using a Glam Planner Peter Pan sticker, I marked that we went on Peter Pan's flight. Then I decided to really test my stomach, and we went on Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and I used a Dopey Munchkin for that. And it was totally worth it. Then afterwards, using a Coffee Monsters Co sticker, I marked Mickey's PhilharMagic. And then using a Once More with Love character, I marked that I found a hidden Mickey, and that script is from Scribble Prints Co. And I was very excited about it because I hadn't found one really all trip. I mean, I found one in Soarin', but I already knew where it was prior to going on it, so does that even count? But I hadn't seen it in person yet. So, anyways, that day I was definitely feeling a lot better, but I still didn't eat, like, dinner. I think we ordered room service, which I didn't mark any of these nights, and I don't know why. I guess it just didn't matter, but yeah, any of the nights where we didn't mark dinner or eating anywhere, we got room service, or I should say Mom got room service. I didn't always eat it. So moving on to Thursday, because the magic was worked, we woke up super early so that we could be in line for the park before it opens, because we know Hollywood Studios was busy, and I had a lot on my list that I had a few big ticket items on my list that I really wanted to do before it got hot, because I didn't want to push my body too far before traveling home still. So I wanted to be a little bit safer and just kind of hang back, but I had a few bigger, like, e-ticket attractions, if you will, that I wanted to ride. So we wanted to make sure to be there at Rope Drop. So I marked Rope Drop using these two Pumpkin Paper Co. girls that I cut their legs off of. My mom has brown hair and I have blonde hair, so I figured it represented us. And then I marked Hollywood Studios using a Baby Yoda emoji from the Coffee Monsters Co. and a Scribble Prints Co. script. Then I didn't like the sticker I had originally pulled for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway there. It was from Once in a Million. I just felt like it was too massive, it was too big, it was going to block too much, and it was just going to stick out like a sore thumb. I felt like I didn't like it for the space. So I ended up digging through my sticker collection and pulling this Once More with Love Minnie Mouse Maru to mark Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which, oh my god, that ride is phenomenal, and the wait time is around 90 minutes always, and we only waited like maybe 15 at the most, even though it was marked at 45 when we got in line, again, at Rope Drop. It was crazy, but totally worth it. Also, side note, there's like a series now on Disney Plus that has the same animation like concept as this ride, and McDonald's currently has Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway toys in their kids meal. So moving to the top of this day extender, using a Once More with Love Slinky Dog, I marked that we went on Slinky Dog Dash, because that was like the other thing at the, like, the tippy top of my list. And I wanted to do Mickey and Minnie's first because I figured it would be easier on my stomach, because again, even though I hadn't gotten sick and I was eating and I was feeling like 90% better, I was still really skeptical. So then, using a Stick with a Plan Co. Woody character, I marked Toy Story Mania. And then using a Once More with Love Chef from the Little Mermaid sheet, I marked that we had popcorn twice. Then I used a Stick with the Plan Co. Aurora Sleeping Beauty character and a Sticky Essentials nap to mark that I took a nap. Then I used a Glam Planner Ariel script to mark I did a voiceover, because she like loses her voice. I don't know, I thought it was funny. And then using Pumbaa, I marked that we went to this restaurant in the Swan Hotel. And I have no idea how to say that name correctly, so I'm not going to try to say it, but you all can see the script. It was very good. And I learned that the Swan is not owned by Disney. It's owned by the Marriott, so you cannot use your magic band there. And I almost didn't. Mom and I both almost didn't bring our cards, so that would have been very bad. But anyways, it was a good experience, and it was a really good restaurant, and I highly recommend it, especially if you are a vegetarian. I feel like it was one of the more vegetarian options. I mean, it's Italian, but So first thing I'm marking on Sunday is the Tragical Express using this Coffee Monsters Co. Sadness emoji. Then with a Stick with the Plan Co. stitch, I marked that I was flying home because like Ohana means family. Then using the Sugar Pop Fizz, I think that's their name, game board, I marked that I watched the second Jumanji remake movie with like Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Nick Jonas and Jack Black and that whole cast. Then with a Munchkin I got off of a freebie, I marked that I watched Scoob. Most of Scoob, I missed the last 3 minutes because they wouldn't quit interrupting it on the flight, and I didn't get to finish it, so sad for me. Then using a Paper Shire burger and fries in a box sticker and a Sticky Essential script, I marked that we had In-N-Out. I was craving it for days, so we got it on the way home from the airport, even before seeing my dogs, mainly because it was more convenient. Like, there's one on the way home, whereas once you get home, the closest one is like 20 minutes away. So I'm not being like mean, okay? It was just the path of least resistance, okay? Judge me all you want. Then using a Miss Jess Plans phone and a FaceTime script from Sticky Essentials and a Jess custom from Kidsy's Creations, I marked that I FaceTimed Jessica. Then, using an anger emoji from that same sheet that Sadness is on, from the Coffee Monsters Co., I marked that it was spring registration at my school, and it did not go well. I only got into 1 of 4 classes that night. So stay tuned to see the update on that, but I'm not going to bring that negative energy into this plan with me, even though it's going to end very sadly, as you're about to see. This night did not go so great. So using those same glasses from Glam Planner and Kinsey's Creation scripts, I marked that I called Alex. Then I think I was originally going to use a panic script or fear from that Inside Out sheet, but I ended up switching it to Eeyore to mark that I had a panic attack, and then I marked that I FaceTimed Alex using a Once More with Love little munchkin. And that completes like my plans for the week. So you're going to see me go over here to the sidebar because I didn't know what to do at first. I thought about putting a habit tracker in, and I end up not doing that. Sorry, my phone rang, but you're going to see me struggle with what to put here. I ultimately decided to put a box that I don't have a script for with a fox and cactus like character in a pillow fort. And I decided to put that there because I've been using like the Glam Planner girls like that to mark being shut down, because where I'm from did shut down again this week, but I don't want that negative energy full front and center, so I decided to hide it under the Happiest Place on Earth box, which that box was from Sticky Essentials, the overlay. So the Fox and Cactus girl just matched better than the Glam Planner girls color just kidding. This one is from Glam Planner. What am I talking about? The Glam Planner one looked better than the Fox and Cactus one. I'm using the Fox and Cactus one this week. Where is my brain at? Anyways, then in this squared off box, this blue one, I used some of those pumpkin paper co girls, again, a blonde and a brunette to mark me and my mom, and this a Glittery Life Plans foiled script. This is Meet Me on Main Street. I don't know, I just thought it was cute to mark being at Disney World. And I think that's just a really cute phrase. It took me forever to pick out which group or which 2 girls I wanted from this sheet, because I feel like I've used so many of them recently. But I like how that came out. And then you're going to see me also at the bottom where that purple wall washi is. I end up getting a Glittery Life Plans Mickey ice cream full box overlay that I have and cutting it so that it's just like the bottom of it, because I don't need it to be a full box size. I just wanted the ice cream portion at the bottom of it to put over that little piece of purple washi, and I love how that turned out. I think it did a really good job. I mean, I could learn how to cut in a straight line. It would make it look better, but you win some, you learn some. We're not all good at everything in life, and being left-handed, growing up in the 90s, my teachers weren't very great at teaching me how to cut straight, so yeah. So here you can see me zoom out, and and we are going to move into the deco at the top. So, by the way, I'm feeling 100% better. I not contagious, nobody can get sick, I didn't spread anything, so that's good. And also, side note, just saying, Disney said that they're gonna pay for the ambulance ride, and they also paid for our ride back to the hotel from the hospital, which was awesome. Except, side note, my mom couldn't ride in the ambulance with me because of COVID, and they accidentally sent her a taxi to the wrong hospital. So that was a disaster on that night as well. Talk about, just random stuff that didn't get put in the planner that ended up happening that night. Yeah, so that, I just totally lost my train of thought. It just totally disappeared. But it was totally worth it, even though I got sick and had that all happen. Disney was phenomenal with how they handled it. I don't regret anything. I feel like I felt really safe. Had I not felt safe, or had the doctors told me I couldn't have gone to the parks, I would not have. I'm very fortunate that it was not something more serious. So, big thumbs up there. Deco took me forever. Again, I was being so methodical because I wanted everything to just be absolutely perfect for this week. And I end up cutting the deco off camera because I have such issues with cutting it off on camera. I always end up dipping down and cutting into the page, and I can't. It's not a skill I'm good at, and I didn't realize how long I'd been filming here and how bad this lighting got with the shadows. So my bad, I'm terrible, but when I do the close-ups, I pinky promise, is so much better. So much better. I filmed that clip today in the bright sunlight, and it turned out great. I decided to add the weekend banner at the last second. I don't know, it bugs me not having it. Anybody else? I just feel like it looks funny, and every week I don't add it. I always contemplate going back to add it for weeks. See, better lighting. Hello, sunshine. So here is the final spread. I still haven't made those scripts because I only can make scripts about once a week, and we ain't there yet. And so those will still be blank, even though it's been days since I filmed I filmed all this. I am doing the close-up the same day that I'm doing the voiceover, so I guess it's fresh in my mind. I don't know why that matters or why I felt the need to tell you that, but I've been talking for 47 something minutes now at this point, pretty much straight, and that's a lot of talking. So here I'm just giving you another close-up in the daylight so you can see just how it turned out. Thank you guys if you've made it this far. It means a lot, and thumbs up if you like long plan with me's. Because I love me a long plan with me. So good. But I like short plan with me's too. Just all the plan with me's. But seriously, giving me a thumbs up helps my channel. This is something I'm putting a lot of energy into right now, so it does mean a lot. So please just hit thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. That helps me out a lot too, because obviously I said I'm putting a lot of effort into it, so part of that is to, want to grow my channel. If you're wondering why some of these angles are really odd, it's because of where my tripod is. I figured it would be less motion sicknessy if I was moving my planner versus moving the camera. I could have set my planner on the table and moved the camera, but I feel like that would have been too shaky, and that this way it would be better. It was my executive decision. So if any of you guys have any advice on how I can do this, close-ups better or filming close-up better, let me know. It'd be greatly appreciated. I love the princess bottom washi overlay from a Glittery Life Plans down there. It just makes me so happy. But yeah, that's basically it for this plan with me. I hope you guys have a great week, And I'll talk to you guys in my next plan with me. Thank you guys again for watching. Love you all. Bye, friends.